Let's now bring in CTV News political commentator and former NDP leader Tom Mulcair. Good to see you, Tom.
Good to be with you, Renee.
So this is the first trip by a sitting prime minister in Canada to visit Qatar. How significant is that?
Very important because, of course, as we understand, these Gulf states are cash rich. And I like the way Annie Bergeron-Oliver set it up. She's saying, look, they're trying to find countries where they can invest and their money won't disappear and you can have an honest court system and the rule of law and so forth. So that's one of the advantages of being a democracy. Now, not all the countries that we work with or trade with are democracies. We just got a good taste of that with the visit to China. But the overall approach here that Carney has been taking for the past, 10 months or so since he became prime minister is essentially, we've got to find new partners. We've got to make deals around the world. We've got to sell Canada's best assets, and that includes selling us as a safe place to invest.
Now, Carney came back from China or came from China with a deal that many weren't thinking would happen as quickly as it did. Does that tell you that there could be some sort of deal coming in Qatar?
Absolutely. I mean, they have massive sovereign wealth funds. And, there are things that we're looking to build here. That's the whole pitch of the Carney era. He's saying, look, we're going to get back to building huge projects like we used to be able to do, and they're going to provide the wealth for the future. So I think, yes, that there could very well be that. He does the same thing, though, when he goes to London, which is, of course, one of the world's most important financial capitals. You've got to be able to talk to those markets. And I would dare say, Renee, that one of the advantages of Mark Carney is that he's Mark Carney. When he walks into a room, he doesn't have to show the color of his socks. Everybody knows this guy. Everybody knows him from when he was, of course, governor of the Bank of Canada, but they really know him from when he was the governor of the Bank of England. And he helped do everything to keep that country afloat as they went through the absolute unpredictable chaos of Brexit, leaving the European Union. So, yeah, Carney is one of Canada's great natural resources right now. And, of course, he's going to be off to Davos, Switzerland. And I love the fact that he's going there absolutely, visor up, walking into the room, going to be giving some important talks there. And why is that important? Well, because some very right-wing conservatives have come up with a conspiracy theory about the World Economic Forum and world domination and who's in charge. And it's a bit wacky. But Carney is, of course, very unashamed and unabashed about walking into those rooms, knowing that he's got good contacts with everybody in those rooms, because that's what's actually going to help Canada, not some vague conspiracy theory about the World Economic Forum.
How do you think Carney's approach in Qatar may differ?
Well, I think that what he's doing is he's basically selling himself, selling Canada, and selling the ability to attract investment for big projects that he's already thinking of. We do have some of them already on the table, but you can imagine how important it would be for them to be able to say, hey, what if we invest in this high-speed railway? What if we invest in this new pipeline? What if we invest in these new projects in the north, these new infrastructures that are going in? We know we're going to get our money back. It's good for them, for their country, and it's good for Canada because we have access to large sums of money. Our public finances weren't great at the end of the Trudeau era, and it's going to take a while to turn things around. But the only way to boost our gross domestic product is to have more revenue from the types of things that Carney is planning to do. One of the things he's planning to do is learn how to use our natural resources better, more wisely, and exploit them faster. And I think as long as we do that, respecting the environment and future generations, we're all going to be better off for it.
And we shall see what comes from this trip. For now, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks for this, Tom.
All the best, Renee.
You too. That's CTV News political commentator and former NDP leader Tom Mulcair.